Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Mega Man 11, grabbing the Playtime's Over achievement. This is to pop all of the balloons in Bounce Man's stage. What you want to do is you want to start up the level and you want to get to the second screen. That's where you get your first balloon enemy. So hit up the giant trampoline in the first screen and then get up onto the ladder. Balloon enemies look like this. To get the count towards the achievement, you need to make sure you pop the balloons, not only kill the enemies. So the way you need to pop the balloons is to use a charge shot. That's the only way to take them out. So here's an example of destroying a balloon enemy without taking out its balloons. So this is the second one in the first kind of bouncy room right here. If you just shoot the bottom part, the balloons will separate, and what you need to do is you need to make sure you take out each one of those balloons, or else you will miss the count for the achievement. So once again, a charge shot should take them out. Pretty much if you leave a balloon unattended, it just becomes an obstacle. However, you do have to pop all of them in order to get the achievement. So it might take a few go-arounds if you miss, so just keep jumping and keep shooting. Once you clear the screen of balloons, you can move on to the next one. The next two are going to be right after the first mini boss. It's going to be in this room. Be a little careful of the pits, make sure you don't fall down. If you shoot a balloon enemy out of the sky and the bottom part falls into the pit, that will still count towards the achievement, so you don't have to worry about shooting them over solid land or anything. So make sure you get these two guys, very simple shots. Just stand on this higher platform and you could shoot them from far away. You can also try to use the bounce if you want to, but once you take them out, you should be good for this room. Then, once you get past the room with the 5 hands, you are going to be in this room with your first set of standalone balloons. These also count towards the achievement, so make sure you take these out. Once again, a good charge shot should knock them all out, but since they're not enemies, you may not think that they count towards the achievement, although they do. So make sure you take them out, and then move on to the next screen where there are going to be 3 more of the enemies. Once again, try your best to take them out in one charge shot. If not, you have to pop each one of the individual balloons. Just make sure you shoot them in the apex of your bounce, and you should be good. First one's going to be at ground level. Then you're supposed to go side bouncing on these columns right here, and there's going to be 2 in each of the other 3 columns. Make sure you take them out while you're in this first column, because trying to jump through them is rather difficult, and you will take a ton of damage if you try to tank through. But once you take them out, there's going to be a big gap where there are no more balloon enemies until you get to the outdoors part. Once you get past this segment of bouncy jumps, you should be on this ladder, which will take you to the next screen. And once you're there, you should be greeted with your first balloon enemy right as you get in. So make sure you take them out. Take out the balloons if you didn't in one shot, and then continue on. Make your way to this part where there are 3 standalone balloons right before the ladder and the first trampoline segment of this part, and then we have a few jumps. Once you get up here, you have the very frustrating vertical column of bad level design right here. So hit the trampoline up and you'll notice a string of standalone balloons on your way to the final boss room. So you can climb the ladder down. Unfortunately, it's very easy to get stuck here since they placed this vertical column right next to a few infinite enemy spawns. So as you can see, once you try to jump up, you will get hit with an enemy, and unlike the older Mega Man games, instead of having invulnerability for a brief while, if you get hit by an enemy, you get knocked back and stunned, which really sucks. So hopefully you don't get stuck in the vertical column, and then you can just jump straight down. Don't hit the trampoline just yet. Instead, we have to go back up the vertical column to make our way back up so we can get enough distance to hit the trampoline hard enough. But on your way back up, you want to make sure you take out as many balloons as you can using your charge shot by shooting them through the wall. And it's also very easy to get stuck in here. I recommend having an E-tank or 2, simply because it's really hard to get up since those jumps are tight, and it's not easy with infinitely spawning enemies and you not having an attack that shoots either straight up or straight down. So whatever the case, you should be able to take out at least 2 balloons on your trip up here, the blue one that's next to the column and kind of this orangey one that's right off screen. So try your best to shoot them, and hopefully you can tank through this without dying. So just get to the top. Once you're at the top, we can finally hit the trampoline up and then try to get any stragglers along the way. There's this one that's really hard to shoot since it's so far away from the column, but just try to hit it with a charge shot, and once you get that, that should be the last one of the level. Just hit up the ladder and then make your way to the final boss room, and then once you're there, before the boss fight starts, you should be good for your achievement. So hopefully you did that. Nothing too special. As you can see, there's no hidden balloons or anything. But there it is. It's going to be for 30 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.